James.
Liam, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Look, let's start with the team news. I know you said Reece James, Pedro Neto had small knocks. The Arsenal game, are they available for Saturday?
Don't know yet. Had training today, which was a recovery day for the lads who played in a really tough physical game on Tuesday. We'll check them tomorrow and then we'll make a decision then.
Jamie Gittins?
Jamie is looking a little bit more long term. It's a real shame for him. He's got a tear in his hamstring, which is a real shame for him. We wanted to, obviously I've not worked with him for too long. Obviously I've known about his career and what an outstanding player he is. Yeah, so that's going to be a big miss for us.
How long do you...
I can't ever say, it's too early to say.
Just a couple of updates on Cole Palmer, Estevao. Are they fit to play maybe a full 90 minutes this weekend?
Yes.
How long do you think it will be until Cole can play, say, back-to-back games or back-to-back 90 minutes?
I think that's another really hypothetical question. What we're doing with not just Cole, all of the players, we have the very best medical team, we have the very best sports science team, we do many tests. We want to make sure that these players can play at the level that they need to play at to help us win. So in terms of Cole, there isn't a time frame. He's going to be perfect in a month or 2 months or 3 months. It's just game to game, and that's the way that we've been working with him. And I think that is the way we will have to continue working with him and a few of our players.
And he understands that because
he's brought in. He's been magnificent. He's been magnificent. He wants to be playing every minute of every game. We know the player that he is, the character that he is, but he's also maturing as a human being, and he understands the bigger picture, which is his career. Bearing in mind, I'm very conscious of this. The lads played in a Club World Cup and then they went through the summer with no break. Then they've got to play so many games. Our schedule has been crazy. Then they have World Cups to go to and international games to play. I want to make sure that the well-being is correct for these players for their careers as well.
Let's go back to Tuesday a little bit, if I may. There's been so much noise about the way you set your team up. Should you have gone more attacking? Should you not? Were you more justified because of what happened at the Etihad Stadium watching what Newcastle did against Manchester City? Are you surprised, first of all, that there's still been this continued noise and talk about it? And have you changed maybe your thinking on it of whether maybe perhaps you could have had it go a little bit earlier?
No, the noise doesn't surprise me at all. That comes with the territory of being the head coach and manager of Chelsea Football Club. If I was surprised by that, and then I wouldn't have been prepared for this role. What other teams do, the way other teams play, has got nothing to do with me. What people say outside of the club, what they think about the way my teams play, makes no difference to my decision making or what I think is the right thing for the team. In hindsight, we didn't go through, so you can always change and improve certain things that you do. But what I do feel at the same time, that was a very, very solid performance against a team who are very, very good at home, where we turned the tide in the second half and the game could have easily gone our way. So, yeah, disappointed not to go through, but now we move on and focus on Wolves.
And there was a video circulating, I'm sure you've probably seen it. It was you before the game. You were really upset and angry with, I assume it was the Arsenal players because we didn't see it on the camera, going into your half of the pitch. What, can you just tell me what
wasn't the players. I'm respectful. When you warm up, you have your half, the other team have their half. I've never asked my team or my coaches to encroach on the opposition's territory. In that moment, I didn't think it was right where they were operating in terms of they were affecting my lads' warm-up and my staff's warm-up. So I asked them, maybe not politely, to make sure they stay in their half. I'm not here to have mind games, or it's just what I think is right and respectful, and hopefully we respect that and other teams do too.
What was it specifically, if you don't mind me asking, that made you so angry? Because
it's just
probably none of us see you as quite a calm, level-headed guy, but you were really angry in that moment.
I think there's certain etiquettes in football. I always try and be as respectful as possible. I always want to win. I've never asked my coaches, and I don't have an issue with anyone at Arsenal Football Club. A fantastic manager, Mikel, is someone I've got so much respect for. It was just in that moment, I didn't think that respect was shown to my team.
Appreciate it. Cheers, Liam.
Thanks, James. John?
Just going back to Cole Palmer, how frustrating is it for you? He's available to you, but it seems you can't use him to his full potential.
No, you want all of your players to be 100% of the time. But at the same time, that's just not going to happen. Not just in terms of Cole, but with every player, especially with the schedule that we have. I wouldn't say frustration is the word. I'm trying to get the very best out of him and my team at the same time. And also I'm taking into account, hopefully, the many games we have to play and the many competitions we're still in, to make sure that we're still very, very strong come April and May. And that affects my decision making.
So how do you get the best out of him, given you can only play him at certain...
No, it's not about not being able to only play him in certain games. It's like I said before, it's day by day. It's making sure that he feels right, that he can contribute to the team in the way that he wants to. And I'll keep working on that. And very soon, I'm sure, he'll be in a place where he can play every minute of every game, and I'll be a very happy man.
And which is his best position? Do you see his best position as the number 10? Is that what you see?
His best position is on the pitch.
Another player who's come in for a bit of criticism, Alejandro Garnacho. Have you had a chat with him? Have you had him in just to say what you expect from him?
I've spoken to all of the players. I don't know where the criticism comes from. I think, again, it comes with the territory of being a player or a coach for this great club. Ghana, like all the players, he had a difficult half against West Ham. I thought he showed some really bright moments coming on against Arsenal. And he's going to be massive for us. And we have a lot of games to come, and he'll have plenty of opportunities to show his quality.
And how have the players reacted after Tuesday night? It was a blow.
Yeah, massive blow. We believe we could go through. The lads were devastated, and rightfully so, after the game in the dressing room. But I've spoken to them. You get setbacks in life is how you respond. And the response in training today and in the meetings that we have had have been really positive. And we have to now focus on the future, which is Wolves on Saturday.
Thanks, John. Jake?
Hi, having made changes, various changes obviously against West Ham and then in midweek, do you constantly feel like you're getting closer and closer to knowing in your mind your preferred, if not 11, 13, 14?
I said I got asked this question, I can't remember, not long ago. I don't have a best 11. I don't think best 11s are the way that you go. You have a best starting team for a game. You have a best finishing team for a game. Obviously, I'm learning about the group all of the time, in every performance, not just in games, but in every training session. Their characters, they know the journey that I want to go on with this club and with them. And I'm making assessments all the time on who's suitable for us to keep moving in the right direction.
With Wolves on Saturday, how, as a manager, do you prepare a group of players to face a side that are so far adrift, as it were, in the Premier League table?
We prepare in exactly the same way we prepare for any game that we play. I've watched Rob's team recently. They actually put in a very good performance against Bournemouth, and we're unfortunate not to get anything out of the game. I thought they played very, very well. They put in some very positive performances in their last few games. But the biggest thing for me as the manager now with this group, I want to see a consistency in our levels of performance, of engagement, of intensity in every game that we play. So for me, that's something I've spoken to the group about. The next game is the most important game, and Wolves is another huge game for our season.
As you've obviously not been here that long, firstly, how long do you feel it might take to get to that point, and how do you go about trying to get there?
I keep getting asked these hypothetical questions. In the Premier League, we've won 3 out of 3. In 8 games, we've won 6 out of 8. So the players are showing many, many good things in that aspect.
Okay, and just lastly, not long ago, people used to talk about there not being enough British managers in the Premier League. We've obviously got 2 facing off against each other on Saturday. And not only that, 2 that have sort of come in mid-season as well. What do you think that says then? Are we, slowly getting back to where perhaps it should be?
Yeah, I don't want to speak on behalf of all British managers. I can speak from my own personal experience. I'm proud to be from this country. I'm proud to represent this club, being born in London. I think there are some outstanding British coaches in the Premier League, in the Championship, in League One and League Two, because the Premier League is such a worldwide league. With the market, everyone wants to be in the Premier League. It's very difficult for British coaches, other than being promoted, to make that step. So yeah, it's great. I think it's interesting. I think British coaches, Michael's doing a great job. Rob's an outstanding coach. No, we can hold our own, and hopefully we show that in our respective roles.
Thanks, Jake. Rob?
With Mamadou Sarr coming back mid-season, you've experienced the multi-club model now on the side of, I guess, the more dominant partner and the smaller club. Did you get a sense when you were in Strasbourg of being the junior partner in a model essentially built for the benefit of a bigger club?
No, I didn't. You'll see Mamadou's come back. Aaron Anselmino is not a bad player. He's a fantastic player. Datro Fofana's gone. This question is not about being a junior partner or a senior partner. They're two massive clubs. Strasbourg is a massive football club with its own identity, with its own culture and its own goals in what the club want to reach. They have a big game against Monaco tonight, which I'll be watching. Gary started very, very well. The idea of this project is that both clubs are very, very successful, and I believe that will be the case.
Trevor Chalobah looked like he didn't have a future here not all that long ago, at the start of last season, when he was allowed to go and then was kind of brought back as an emergency measure really at the time, and now he virtually never misses a game. Chelsea have missed out on a central defender this week. Do you see Trevor as a long-term partner to Levi Colwill?
Trevor, the way he's playing, I said to the players, I will gauge everything not based on what's happened before me, but what I see now. I will only speak on what I'm seeing now. Trevor has been one of our brightest spots in terms of his performances, in terms of what he understands, what we want, not just on the pitch or tactically, in terms of the culture, in terms of what he gives the group. He loves this club. He understands what it takes to win, and he's made a fantastic impression on me and my staff so far.
Thanks, Rob. And we'll finish with Davide.
Question about your general approach to the new club. When you came in this season, so the team was built for another manager. I'm curious about your process of analyzing the team, understanding their strength, what you need to work on, and what do you think the progress has been made in these 8 games?
I think any manager would say before you walk into a club, you watch and analyse the games from before. But what's really important to me is that you don't use that information too much. You try and take on the information as you're in. You don't make not prejudices, but judgments on players without seeing them or meeting them in the first aspect. When I come in, I just be myself with my staff in my own way, and then we judge every training session. And a lot of what we've spoken to the players about is not football related. They're already fantastic players. They're already fantastic people, which is what I've learned, but a lot to do with reactions and body language and spirit. And I think they are the intangibles that make a big difference to the success of a football club.